So we live together.
Yep.
We watch football together.
Yep.
We talk about football together.
Yep.
Why don't we just start a podcast?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Eye Test. Myself, Lyes, and my guy, CultureCams. We're back. We missed a week last week, but we were in Qatar, man. Match for hope. Second year in a row for yourself. Third year in a row for myself. And what an experience, man. First and foremost, good to be back. But secondly, what did you make of the week away? What were your highs? What were your lows?
I mean, we had some highs, huh? We had some highs. I mean, going to Qatar, which I'm sure we're going to speak about, was amazing. The experience, the country, when you're out there, you know, obviously we have a bit of a unique experience of Qatar than others probably, but yeah, we have a great time out there. And while we were out there, we beat Arsenal. Are you crazy? In front of what, 20 Arsenal fans? Chunks, Sharky. Who else
is this
was
a
there?
20v1?
Bruh, you know what I'm saying? Chunks, Sharky. Who else is
Bro, there's Chunks, Sharky, AV, who accounts for like 5 Arsenal fans, bro.
AV. Does Brody support Arsenal?
Nah, Hasib. Brody used to support Arsenal. I'll let him tell that side of the story. Hasib was there. Star player was there. Shaib was there.
Shaib, bro. You know I'm not Mali, man.
Ilyas was there.
Yeah, bro. So many Arsenal fans.
Honestly. And then there was me,
you, Abs Busquets, and Harry.
Yeah. Bro, this felt like going to war.
Bro, I'm telling you,
David
that was
versus
amazing.
Goliath.
That was amazing. So, obviously, that was a high. And obviously, as I said, the experience, Match for Hope itself, you know, just being there, man. It was a good week. Good week. I hope everyone else had a good week. I know all the United fans, we've had a good week, man. I swear, I'm waking up and, bro, I don't even drink coffee, but these days I'm drinking coffee. But I've got to live to the welcome. You know, they say, wake up and smell the coffee.
Yeah,
I'm smelling
literally.
the coffee, bro. I got to take it literal. So,
bro.
Yeah, honestly, right now, I'm in high spirits. And yeah, man, we'll talk.
There's something crazy about football, man. Honestly, like the way the sport can just dictate your mood. Genuinely, like we laugh about it, but it's actually unhealthy. It's very unhealthy and a little psychotic how much 11 players that have no relationship to us whatsoever can control how you feel.
Sport is a crazy
thing. You know,
'cause
today, bro, I woke up at 7 o'clock, just body clock.
See?
Like,
your body's saying wake up.
Bro, I remember I'd be waking up at noon, bro.
Bro, honestly.
Groggy as hell, bags on the right.
Bruh, I'm telling you, it's crazy because like, basketball fans will say the same thing.
Yeah.
American football fans will say the same thing. Sport is just a crazy thing. And yeah, man, that's why like it's mythical, bro. It's mythical. And this is why people treat athletes like not like humans in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It can be negative. It can be toxic.
Definitely.
But this is why, because they have such an effect on our moods. They have such an effect on you, everything. And you try and detach yourself, innit? A lot of times you can as well. There's been numerous times I've detached myself from United or I'm just like, whatever. These guys aren't going to get me down or whatever. But when it's going good, especially like now, I just can't wait for the next game. I'm watching every video. I love every player now.
Bro,
I don't dislike any player.
Bro, I'm in all the comments of the players, bro.
I'm there in Kobe's mentions, bro. I was commenting on Jordan Haynes' flipping on Instagram, bro. Like, well, I'm there now, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, it's mental. I remember my dad last year tried detaching from United. He told me, he says, I'm not going to watch United anymore. He says, this is bad for me. Why do I give a shit so much about it? I texted my mom. I was my mom was like, you know how he is. Bro, I promise you, the same week he was watching United again, bro. When we went to Anfield and drew to them, he told me, he's like, I'm done watching. I'm not watching the rest of the season.
It's like a drug.
The strength, bro, it is like a drug. That's why I tell every single person that I speak to about Man United, they're like, what is it about? I'm like, it's like cocaine, honestly. You know it's bad for you, but you can't get enough. Yeah. But right now, it's forget about that. It's like when you get addicted to working out. That's what I feel like right now, bro.
Facts. You know when you get the bug, I got that bug now.
I'm watching how Michael Carrick beat this and 5 signings Man United need to. I'm like,
yeah, it's true, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's just the way it goes. But now, great week, obviously beating Fulham as well in that fashion. And if anybody could score, I'm happy that it was Sesko that scored as well. But even just in general, what was your feeling around the Match for Hope and just like everything that went down when we were out there, bruv? Like some of the people don't know, man.
They see just like the Instagram stories. That will give you. I mean, it's my 3rd year doing it, right? So
you commentated again?
Yeah. That's
3 years commentating, or
3 years straight commentating, bro. That's crazy. And to think like the first game I ever commented in my life was the first Match for Hope.
Madness, isn't it?
It's incredible, yeah, man. No, that never kind of like shakes off. I think the whole week the allure on Qatar goes down a little bit because you've done it so many times. But walking up and getting into the gantry and like seeing everything in front of you, and then hearing the guy in your voice saying 3, 2, 1, and then you're like, everything you say from now on is gonna be broadcast to, I say millions, then maybe even 1 billion people, bro. Because you got to think how many people are watching the live stream, how many people are watching at home, like on TV on beIN Sports. Then how many people are gonna see the clips on TikTok and Instagram. And bro, you know these guys, right? Like all these guys like Chunks and Sharky and Marlon and KSI, they get clips made out of them in the game, and it's always my voice, and it's always my voice in the back of it. Like I remember the first time I did it, and like after the whole week, every time I scroll on TikTok, I couldn't not hear my voice. It's a crazy high. Like even after the game, bro, I felt like I played the first time. So that goes down a little bit, but still, like that rush can't be replaced. And it's an amazing experience, bro. Honestly, I actually think sometimes when I'm there, I'm like, how are me and you here off just talking about football? Yeah, like it's crazy, bro.
You know what? So I'm saying, like for me, when I go to these places, a lot of times people go there and they're on like vanity. You know what I mean? They want to show off on Instagram. Yeah. They want to just kind of, I'm in the room. But you know what they say? If you're the smartest guy in the room, you need to, you're in a dumb room. Or what do they say? What's that?
If you're the smartest guy.
if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're in the wrong room. Sorry, yeah.
So which one of us are in the wrong room right now?
So hold on. no, but it's like, if you are in a group of people and you're like, the whatever, they're saying you need to go to another 100%, room. 100%,
yeah.
So, and that's how I feel when I go out there, because I go there and that's not, disrespect to my friends or anything like that, but you're doing like a lot of your friends might be create like 9-to-5ers and they might not like their job or whatever, and you're weird like, oh, I love my job, I love what I do, I wake up when I want, I can do. But then you go to like Qatar, and then now you're around people that I don't even know. I'm thinking they're friends and family. And they're like, oh no, I got 5 million on Instagram. Bro. I've got 5 million on YouTube.
I just told someone about this.
I've got 5 million on TikTok. Yeah. I'm like, oh wait, so you got 15 million combined, and I don't even know who you are. And when I'm in them rooms, it inspires me, bro. And some people can be demotivated by that, but I use it as motivation, because I'm like, there's a big wide world and there's levels to go. And I know with what me and you are doing, I believe in terms of the football space, I think we're on the trajectory to reach the top. You know what I mean? And I think football has a longevity in it. Like the people we watch on TV are 65 years old. There's no limit to football. But when I look at these type of things and I'm like, wow, there's still so much more that we can do and so much places that we can go. Do you know what I mean? Like people are playing. You know what I mean? People are playing because they've got millions. They got this. And I just go in them places and I'm like, it's inspiring, bro. I'm inspired by teenagers, bro, 19-year-olds. I'm inspired by 35-year-olds. There's people that were 35. There's people that were 40 that were there, and there was people that were 20.
100%.
And either way, I'm inspired by both, bro. So going to them places, honestly, and I say it for the people that are watching as well, like, change your environment sometimes. You know what I'm trying to say? Sometimes people are too comfortable where they are, and it's vanity. I could have easily went there and been like, well, I'm in the room here with Chunks and Uzi and these people, and I'm in these rooms, and Mr. Beast is just there, Marlon is just there, lit. And that's it. I feel like I've made it. But now I come and I'm like, how the hell do I get to Marlon's level, bro? How do I get to Mr. Beast? But you go, how do I get to
take those two, right? Lacey and Marlon, right? Like, they're what, 21, 22 years old?
Marlon's 25, I think.
How old is Lacey?
He must be young,
Yeah, but like, those two, as far as I know, have really blown up over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, Lacey was what? Wasn't he Kai Cenat's like camera guy or something like that?
He was,
not camera guy, sorry. He was like a moderator or something. And then I think he was his clipper, and then he really built himself up. Marlon, last 2 years, I think he came to the US and he really blew up. And I think to myself, I did the first Match for Hope in 2024, so 2 years ago now. Those guys at that point were probably watching the game as fans, right? They were just watching their favorite content creators playing or whatever. And in 2 years, they've built their platform big enough that now they're playing in the game. So it shows you how quickly things can really change. But also, it just shows that anyone can really do it. You just have to have the motivation and the discipline and really the mindset that, bro, I'm going to put everything I got into this. And whatever happens. But I'm not going to regret anything because I put everything into
100%. And the thing is, like, when you're out in them type of places, and this could apply to anybody in their work life. You could be a banker, you could be whatever. Definitely. But it's your preparation. I went there, and it's the little things that set you apart. I went there. I might wear a nice little fit. And I think to myself, I don't want to backpack with this, bro. But because if I take my microphone, I have to bring a backpack. And I'm like, this is about to ruin my fit. No, I'm not bringing a backpack.
You can't think like that.
But then you get there and Lafiwale is there.
LA for a while.
Yeah, but that's you,
Oh,
man.
Wale,
Lafiwale. You know what I mean?
He's another great example, though, because I remember when he announced on TikTok he's quitting his 9 to 5, the content. Now he's flying.
But this is what I mean. Now he's got 10 clips on Instagram
Yeah.
with every creator that was there.
Yeah.
I could have done the same thing, but I thought, my fit. That's the difference. You know what I mean? That's what you upload. Like, you see when people that HP flew 3 professional camera people out there with him. 3 professionals so he can upload a video to YouTube. People are taking pictures. They're not taking pictures off their iPhone. They're bringing out digital cams. It's the investing in yourself, the little things. So when I'm out there, I'm like, oh, okay, this is how you get to the next. You know where I'm coming from? And honestly, yeah, man, I like moments like that. Honestly, all the time, that type of stuff motivates me. So, and as I said, I know me and you're doing good. I host for the Champions League. I do stuff at ITV. You're doing Sports Illustrated. You're commentating. We do great things, and we're gonna do great things. But it's like, oh, there's just a big wide world out there. That,
100%.
I mean, you can't think that you've made it. We can't think that we made. Even though we do what we want to do, we can't think we've made it. That's the way it is.
Bro, you know what? That thing you told me about, like how you're just seeing random people, and the same thing happened to me, bro. I'm meeting people, and I'm thinking like, oh, maybe you just know this guy or you know this guy, and I've just never met you before. And then they don't even tell me. And then I go on Instagram later, and a post of theirs comes on my page, or like they're and I click on their account. I'm like, oh, I just saw that guy just not 7 million followers. I'm like, oh my god, bro. Like,
my editor was like,
crazy.
my editor messaged me because I messaged my editor and I was like, bro, let's lock in.
Let's work.
Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And he was like, honestly, like I was Googling or I was putting on Instagram the players that are playing because I didn't know all of them. And I was like, I can't believe their numbers. Like,
all of them are millions.
It's insane.
Someone
bro.
messaged me, they're like, Lyes, when are you going to play this game? I was like, get me to 1 million followers first,
bro,
then you can see me in this game.
I get that all the time. Yo, Cam, you can, and the thing is that, yo, Cam, you're good at football, you can play. And I'm like,
bro,
broski, I need 1 million more followers.
to even get in people's eyesight.
Yeah, I need 1 million more followers, bro. I'm doing road to 100K, bro. You know what I mean? I need 1 million more followers, bro.
These
Like,
guys, it's a different,
crazy,
it's a different
bro.
world, bro. But no, I agree with you, bro, because I mean, from my point of view, the reason I even came to the UK was so that I was around more people who did what I wanted to do. So I'm a big believer as well too that whatever you do, it's good to have people who have similar goals and similar ideas, and you can just like, you know, that for me that breeds good content and it breeds ideas and it breeds motivation as well too. So that was me even coming to the UK just to get a taste of the footballing scene. You take it to now Qatar and it's like you just multiply that by 100 because you're around the biggest content creators, bro. I mean, bro, we went to the gala, which by the way I had to force you to come to that one, bro. This guy's chilling in bed. I'm telling you, bro, we're in Qatar. Go sleep when you get back home, bro. But we go to that gala and like you got Mr. Beast and KSI just chatting 5 yards away from us.
Yeah.
You got obviously the ex-footballers who are doing their thing. Every table there's like a 1 million subscriber thing. And we're lucky enough as well too to like have a lot of friends who are like, we can consider these people friends, some of them, right? But then you see some of them and it's like, wow, like this is all together in this room. There is damn near 200
million.
Yeah, bro.
Mr. Beast was in there, so he's got 300 million himself. A
And
billion.
you got KSI, and then you got
A billion.
Abu Fulla, and you got like
Bro, a billion.
It might be 1 billion followers,
billion,
subscribers
bro.
across all platforms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking Thierry
And they're
Henry was
all
in the
they're
room.
all in the same building.
Thierry
yeah.
Henry was in the room. Eden Hazard was in the room.
But you know how crazy it is that
Come on, bro.
me and you, just the way we are as football fans. Yo, let's go say, we gotta get a flick with Henry. We gotta
go
see
chat to
Hazard.
Henry, yeah.
Marcelo, that's the best left back of all time.
Yeah.
And there's other people that's like, yo, Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
and you forget about that. Henry's like, hey, Mr. Beast, come take a picture for me like my kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy, just like the two contrasting worlds coming together.
Yeah, 100%. And listen, the thing that I say, like, funny enough, we were there. Henry came up to us. That's an exaggeration, but we were standing around. People are kind of swarming Henry for pictures. Henry takes a second away from taking his pictures, puts his hand out, comes to me and Lyes. Oh yeah, we might like showed us love, and it's like we saw him last year. We spoke to him last year.
I think he definitely. I don't know if you ever posted that video.
I did.
He remembered you for sure from that.
Yeah.
Cam last year had a moment with Henry in the dressing room where like he just gave him mad flowers, basically saying like how impactful he was and like London communities growing up as a kid, this and that. And I remember he appreciated it like crazy to the point that even when he was about to leave, he dapped you up again and said, yo, thank you for the words. I think he remembered you from that. And then me with Henri, I've met him a few times now. And he even told me last time that he remembered the interview that we did. But, bro, he's the coolest person ever, bro. I'm not going to lie. Now, Henri, bro, there's not that many people that, like, leave me starstruck like that. I don't know what it is, but Henri bro, I'm like, wow, you don't look real, bro. Like, you're him, bro. He's the coolest person ever, bro.
I love Hazard as well because Hazard genuinely just acts.
Oh, guys. He's a regular guy.
Hazard's a normal guy. Like, you see Marcelo, you still get that kind of superstar kind of vibe of him.
I do. He has this galactical feel.
You get that kind of vibe of him. He has his translators around him. He has a couple man, so he can't.
Hazard's like one of the guys, right?
Hazard's with one man, and in like even when they were doing like a presentation, people of like duo of the year and moment of match for hope history. They were doing like historic awards. Hazard's just standing in the middle with one of his brethren, just watching. You know, Henri was in the corner with Tim Cahill and stuff, and you know, you don't want to get too close. Marcelo, we don't know where he is. Hazard's just in the mix. He's just such a normal guy.
Bro, he's the most normal guy ever, bro.
Honestly, like that stuff is lit, man. But yeah,
Henri is too cool, bro. Honestly, like, and bro, for him to like give me that moment as well too for my boy. That was like amazing. But like again, like he's just. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, bro. There's no reason I should love Henri the way I do. But there's something about him, bro, that is just class.
And it's funny, guys. So, like, obviously, if you see the video that I put up of Ekitike on my Instagram, and I say, oh, here's me telling Henri, don't worry, your legacy's safe with me. What was really happening, right? It's because obviously, as you said, we met Henri last year and stuff. So I just said, you know, I don't want a picture of you. Let's just have a conversation and aura farm and look like long time no see, my bro. You know what I mean? And Henri was all like, oh, nice. He was like, nice trim, nice hairline. He's like, me, it's gone. I thought, I can cook you right now. But, I said, I just laughed it off because, I don't want no trouble. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't want to embarrass him. But now, honestly, it was just, man, those were nice moments. But again, we walk away from it with inspiration. And that's why me and Lyes are even saying now, like, let's build this channel. Let's get this channel up. Didn't
I text you? I said, bro, I feel like we can do mad things with this channel. Let's really like grind at it this year. Let's try and hit 100K on this, bro.
Let's go, man. Bro. I mean? So, man, new motivations, new fire in the belly, man. And just, but I know you guys are here for football, but let's get into it. Listen, let me tell you something, Lyes. I just gotta be honest with you. There's we can talk about Arsenal, man, all this type of stuff, but bro, I was watching Real Madrid the other day, right?
Hold on. You see how I watched it?
Yeah, on the plane, innit? You was on the plane.
This guy Faisal did a live watch along on Qatar Airways, bro. I swear to God, this guy is the funniest YouTuber I've ever seen in my life, bro.
That's
Faisal,
crazy.
bro, honestly, he's unique. I've never met someone like him in my life, even off camera, but on camera. Have you ever seen someone do a live watch along on a flight?
Crazy guy.
I was afraid people were gonna like kick his chair, like shut the hell up, bro.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Bro, this guy kills me.
You know
so
what's so
much.
funny? Like, that's great. I was saying to you, I remember saying to you, like, bro, I grew up in a time where everyone had to turn off their phone.
Yeah.
I actually remember. You people are gonna say I'm unks, but I remember when phones had to be off. Then came airplane mode.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when airplane mode came. Then it was airplane mode, and now we live in a world where you can stream in the air. Yo, life is moving on, bro. Yo, life is moving on. It used to be like, if I brought out my phone and my mum's on the plane and she saw me on my phone,
it's like,
you would think the plane's about to go down. You think they're about to crash.
You're the reason. Don't be selfish.
Now you're streaming.
Bro, Shaiv was even like next to us. He's like, yo, let me just make sure this is legal, bro.
Bro, it's insane. But I was watching Real Madrid and, bro, I don't care what nobody says, bro. Like, whether you think people are the best players in the world, for me, like, when I look at Mbappe, right, scoring all these goals, but I have totally lost my vibe with watching Mbappe play football.
Which is because you used to be a stan, bro.
You know, thank you.
I remember that big argument me and you had on HP's thing, or on Inside Scoop, between him and Neymar. And I was like, Neymar was always like the better player. And you're like, bro, Mbappe was, we were beefing out that day, bro.
I remember.
I think it's the most heated argument we've ever had, bro.
Probably. I remember. Literally, I remember, like, I'm like, nah, Mbappe was the main man. And you were saying because of fitness and blah, 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 which I understand. Bro, I loved Mbappe. Like, love. The way I love Lamine Yamal now is how I loved Mbappe. Like, I remember, because remember when it started, it was Mbappe v Dembele. And I was like, fucking no, it's Mbappe.
I was
it's
a big Dembele guy, actually.
Yeah, I was like, it's Mbappe, no, Mbappe. I loved Mbappe, but bro, I don't know where it switched. Like, for me, I don't think I've ever gone from loving a player like this to really, I don't dislike the man, I don't know him, but dislike watching someone like this. Like, if I love you, I stick with you the whole time. Jack Grealish is and all these. I never really turn if I really, really love you. But I honestly, I don't know what. Maybe it's because my expectation. I really wanted him to be like the next Henry in how you watch him and how he plays, and I wanted him to be this guy. But then when you realize it's like, no, he's not gonna be that guy. He's actually kind of meaty to watch, bro. He's very meaty to watch. Like, I'm just being honest, bro. Like, I'm actually just being dead honest. Like, he's a great player, obviously. You don't score the amount of goals that he does, but nah, I don't. I would not pay to watch Mbappe anymore.
Oh,
I'm being honest.
That for me. I mean, I was speaking to Hazard.
Yeah.
Funny enough, because I did this thing on my thing. It was like, if I give you 3 season tickets to watch any player, who are you watching? And he said Messi, Neymar, and Ryan Cherki, right? But he even said Yamal. Bro, I don't think
he
Mbappe.
didn't say Yamal.
No, he did say Yamal was like the 4th.
Yeah.
But I don't even think Mbappe would like register in his mind, which is crazy because I think World Cup times, the last go around and before that, bro, Mbappe for me was one of the hottest shows on earth. Bro. In terms of the speed and the explosiveness and almost like the anger in which he played, bro. Like the guy running at you is the scariest sight in football.
When Mbappe scored that volley, I ended up deleting the tweet, but when Mbappe scored that volley, I said, this is the top 5 attacker to ever play football.
You deleted the tweet?
I deleted the tweet. I was excited. But I said, this is a top 5 attacker to ever play football. Yeah. Bro, that's how high I was on. I was this guy, but now watching, I'm just like, let's be honest, people. Sometimes it doesn't even look like he can control a football, bro. It doesn't even look like he can dribble. No. Like, let's be serious, bro. Sometimes it doesn't even look like he can dribble, bro. He can't even, bro. Sometimes it doesn't even look like he can control a ball. And I'm like, the best player in the world. It doesn't even look like your touch is clean. Like, I don't know. Now,
I mean, you said, what's the moment where it all changed? For me, because I felt this, the way you're feeling right now, I felt this way in Mbappe's last season at PSG. And even in that season, he scored like 40 goals. Yeah. Like, they won the league. That's the year they lost to Dortmund in the semifinal. And I remember in that entire Champions League run, I was gassing up PSG. This is the year they had lost Messi, Neymar, and Verratti. Yeah. And it was Enrique's first season. Yeah. And it was like Dembele on the right, Mbappe down the middle, and Barcola on the left. And I remember they played Barcelona in the quarterfinals. And I was saying, yo, Barca are food, bro. Dembele versus Cancelo, Mbappe versus Koundé. These two are going to rip them apart. And I watched that entire Barca game. And we know Barca ended up being eliminated. Araujo got the red card. Yamal got substituted. But I watched that entire 2 legs, and I was like, Mbappe can't dribble Jules Koundé. Like, he can't get past Jules Koundé. And they ended up winning again. Mbappe scored a goal at the end. Pure transition when they had 10 men. It was over. But that was the first alarm sign. I was like, hold on a minute. You can't get past Jules Koundé. And then they played Dortmund in the second leg. And that's the tie where Sancho killed them and stuff like that. And Mbappe was up against my man, Ryerson or whatever his name is. Again, Mbappe's about to destroy Ryerson. Brother, how can he not dribble past him once in the entire 2 legs? That was the first alarm bell for me that, does Mbappe look a little heavier? Like, he doesn't feel as explosive as, he's obviously still quick over a certain amount of yards, but it doesn't feel like he's just ripping guys apart anymore. That was the first time. I thought, okay, maybe he's just tired of PSG. He goes to Real Madrid. And again, he's been on a crazy run of form goal-scoring wise over the last year. But it's been now 2.5 years or so where I'm watching Mbappe and I'm thinking to myself, this ain't the same guy that in a World Cup final when I was supporting Messi in Argentina, he had me like on the edge of my seat, brother.
What the hell was I doing through
that stupid celebration?
No. What was I doing in that final?
Spoiling the game for me, by the way.
Yeah. But other than that,
you were screaming, bro. You were going crazy.
I was like, yo, bro, you would have thought I'm French. Yeah. That's how much I was disappointed in Mbappe. I was saying this is going to put him in another edge. Bro, and so this isn't coming from a place of, but like, it's actually coming from a place of hurt because I literally fucked with this.
I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, no, that is literally it. And now I'm looking at this guy and I'm like, I don't like watching you, bro. Like, I don't like watching you. And I just got to be honest, like, and people are going to think I'm crazy, but he's starting to get into that territory of when when I used to talk about Salah and I didn't like watching Salah, but he scores goals. I genuinely can't, unless I'm like, now is when you can start accusing me of xenophobia or something. Because let me tell you, because unless I'm xenophobic or something, xenophobic or whatever. Unless I'm xenophobic, I can't look at what Salah was doing from 17, 18 to 25, 24, 25 and be like, that's shit.
I'm taking that version of Salah over this
but
version
watching
of Mbappe.
when Salah's cutting in, breaking lines with passes and playmaking and assisting like that, and I was saying, not really vibing with that. But I'm watching Kylian Mbappe play football like this, and I'm going to be sitting here saying, best in the world, best in the world. Nah, for me, I'm sorry. That would just be straight hating on Salah and an agenda.
Remember what I told you?
I'm actually consistent with this viewpoint. Like, you're a great player, but I don't know.
And here's the thing with Salah, right? For you, it was always an aesthetic thing, right? You just didn't like watching him. But no one could doubt Salah's impact and his quality in the biggest games as well, too. Mbappe right now, bro, do we not forget what he did against Arsenal last year in the Champions League? Like, I'm interested in seeing if he goes up against one of those teams again, because I feel like he's scoring a lot of goals. And the thing with Mbappe, he's an unreal finisher, bro. I can't lie. His finishing is so cold. 1v1 from outside the box, like near post, far post. He's an unbelievable finisher. I will give him that forever. And he's got great positioning as well, too. But actually on the ball, I'm not going to lie, bro. I told you this last year, and you laughed at me at the time, but you said you agree with me now. He plays like Juve Ronaldo, bro. Yeah. He plays like Juve Ronaldo. Remember Ronaldo when he lost a bit of that pace? But he was still busting out the step overs, and it was not really taking him anywhere. And it's like, just stay in the box, bro.
Literally, bro. Get in the paint. I don't need this center all out
but how
here.
Sad is that Ronaldo did that to his game at like 34, 35.
Yeah.
He was towards it. He elongated his career like crazy, but he wasn't at his physical peak anymore. Mbappe's my age, bro. Mbappe's born a few months before me. He's a 98. I think he's a 98 kid. Yeah. He's 27, 28 years old, bro. Like, this should be the peak, maybe not the peak, right?
No, it should.
No, but in terms of athletic, maybe you peak younger, right? Right, a guy like Mbappe, if he's 18 years old, he's gonna be quicker than he is maybe at 28. But I'm watching him now, and I'm just like, everything seems more like stiff and like a little more forced for almost like, remember when Ronaldo kind of fell into that thing where he's just doing back heels? He's a showman, but like it's not really doing anything. That's what I feel about Mbappe right now, man. So, but and the thing with him is like, even despite whatever you're saying, which I don't really disagree with, you watch Real Madrid, and without him, bro, I actually wonder where they would be, man, because he's the only one that scores half the time. Yeah. Even though he had a really bad game at the weekend. Really bad game, and he scored the penalty. But you know what, guys, look, it's not the eye test unless we have uncomfortable conversations. You know what I mean? This is the eye test, and we're talking about things on the eye. If it was all about stats, we'll call it the stats test, right? But it's not. It's about what we see on the eye, and it's just trying to give people a different viewpoint. You guys would go on every other platform, and they'll all just be saying, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, Ballon d'Or, Mbappe. For me,
but
Mbappe
we're here
this year,
to
if he
talk
wins
about
the
different
Ballon d'Or, I'm not gonna.
It'll start feeling like Rodri level for me.
Maybe he'd have. But Rodri, for me, bro, was impacting games on a winning level. Like this
should have won it though, man.
You don't think he should have won it, but Rodri, for me, there's no doubting how cold he was that season. Whether you think he should have won it or not, Rodri put together a fantastic. Bro, there was a point where when he played, City never lost. I think his impact to winning was crazy high. So I'm not gonna lie, Rodri, I don't think he should have won the Ballon d'Or per se, but he was playing unbelievable.
I don't think Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or because I don't think.
Well, his team
I don't
still
think they're gonna win the Champions
League. And I'm gonna be honest
with you. They're not gonna win the
to go to the La Liga. I look at the Premier League this season similar to La Liga in terms of I think Arsenal are way better than everybody else, and I actually think Barca are way better than Real Madrid.
Yeah,
but I think the only teams that can hurt Arsenal and Barca are themselves. Right? If Barca don't win this league title, it'll be purely because of their stupid defense and the mistakes that they make. Yeah. Because honestly, if it comes to just like who's a better team, who plays better football, who is more cohesive, who's got the better coach, bro, Barca tick every single box, bro. If they play tomorrow at the Camp Nou, which they're going to at the end of the season, I actually think Barca will destroy Real Madrid.
Are you seeing the motion that Lamine is picking up again? Like
I saw your video about it. I saw your video about how you think he's getting underrated.
Yeah, but I just think he's so underrated because, you know, I'm tapping into even if I don't do a reaction, I think I've probably watched every game bar like 2 or 3 of Barcelona this season, and I watch him. Obviously, he was going through, was it he was going through that thing with his groin. So there was moments where I was like, but he's still going past people. He was still dribbling, but then it just still felt like there was still more to go. And a lot of people judged him after that Chelsea. Guys, he was in the thick of that groin injury in that Chelsea game. Like, he wasn't ready. Like, he was not ready in that moment. And he had a bad game, whatever. But he is going back. And I think everyone's looked at him, at Yamal, and what he ended the season as last year, probably the best player in the world in terms of performance, right? People expecting that now forever. Firstly, he's 18. He is 18. He's not 19 until nearly the World Cup final.
That's crazy.
He's 18, yeah? And if you look at what he's
Is
just
he
put...
18 or 19?
He's 18, Lyes. He's 18.
So
he
what-
was 16 in the Euros, turned in the final before the England game. It was his birthday just before the England game.
Yeah. So then he turned 18 in recent. Oh my
Yes,
God,
bro. He's 18.
When you put it like that, it's crazy.
Bro, he's
'Cause
a
the Euros now
youth.
feels like a while ago, but that was only like
bro,
2 summers ago. Yeah.
If you're talking about school years, he'll be one of the youngest in his school year. That's where it is. You know, I don't know if you guys do it like that in the US,
Yeah, we
but
do, yeah.
that he'll be one of the youngest in his year, right? He's young, bro. And if you look at the start of last season, Yamal, and the start of this season, Yamal is better than the start of last season,
he
Yamal.
ended the season
Last year,
exceptionally.
he ended it on different, and I'm telling you guys, he's approaching that level again now. He is playing at a best player in the world
He's
level
already
again.
equaled the amount of goals he scored all of last season already, and we're in January.
25 goals and assists in 27 games this season. 12 goals, 13 assists. Like, so balanced, so good. And guys, he hasn't even learned how to finish yet, bro. He's not a finisher. You look at his goals, some are spectacular, go past the keeper, blah, blah, blah. He's not ice. He hasn't got ice in his veins yet in terms of finishing. But he's 18. If he starts putting down goals, it'll actually be over for the sport, bro. Seriously. But when I'm looking at him, I want to watch. And forget about the stats. Most completed dribbles in Europe by far. Yeah. We talk about Doku as well. Yo, he's one of the best. He's completed nearly 50 more dribbles than Doku, bro.
Insane. Maybe it'll have to do as well to more games played.
Huh? Maybe it'll have to do with games played, maybe. But the rate in which he dribbles, bro, he's dribbling at a higher rate than the best season of Neymar. Neymar's best ever dribbling season right now, Lamine Yamal per game is completing more dribbles.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Fam.
Wait, what?
Yes,
bro. I was gonna argue. Wait, does Neymar?
Neymar has the record for the I don't know what the record is. People can get out. Neymar has the record for the most dribbles completed ever in a season, and Lamine Yamal per game is averaging more at the moment. Bro, it's not normal, bro.
Is it like a succession rate or in terms of pure numbers? He's dribbling.
I think it's completed.
But like,
so I think
it's also like pure numbers. Like he's completing 8 dribbles.
So for example,
but it's not like always completing 50%. You're saying he's completing.
The number. So for example, yes, bro. So for example, let's say Neymar.
What?
I don't know if it is. Let's say Neymar's was 7.5 per game. Lamine is like 8.8 per game. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's mental, bro. It's mad, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, like people are like not ready to have these combos, but I've said already, I think he's the best teenager I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. Yeah.
I've seen. Like, look, I love Wayne Rooney. I saw all of Wayne Rooney's teens. I saw all of Messi's teens. I saw all of Cristiano's teens. I saw Neymar's. Neymar, I'll put asterisk with because he was in Brazil and the videos were unbelievable. I mean, he looks like Lamine Yamal now. But I didn't get to watch him week in, week out. But I watched Messi week in, week out. I watched Ronaldo. I watched Rooney. He's the best teenager I've seen. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying he's going to become Messi, but, hey, he's going to uniquely find his way in them type of conversations.
He will go down, though. Injuries aside, bad, influences aside. The trajectory that he's on, if all goes well, bro, he will retire as one of the best players of all time. Yeah. I have no doubt about that.
Definitely,
I have no doubt about that.
And I haven't even mentioned his passing, bro.
Bro, he's the best chance creator in Europe, bro. His big chances created.
He's created 20 big chances in La Liga.
He's the best. He's the best playmaker on the planet.
Yeah. Bro, he's dribbling like Neymar, and he's passing like KDB, bro. Yeah. Like. He just needs to start scoring like Cristiano, and then it's over. Then he's Messi. Then he becomes
Messi, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then he becomes Messi.
That's how great Messi is.
Yeah, literally. But nah, honestly, for me, that is the best player in the world. Vibes. I want to watch him. I will pay. If I was a millionaire tomorrow, I would get a season ticket for Barcelona.
100%.
Like if I became a multi-million, I will buy a Barcelona.
I was just saying this, like if as a neutral of the Champions League, because my team is not in it, right? Yeah. I want Barca to win it. I don't think they have any chance of winning it because I think that defense is just too bad.
Too costly.
I'm not gonna lie, they have to win every game 6-5. Yeah. But I would love to see them go far because, bro, when they're on my TV, I can't help but watch them and enjoy it as well too, bro. Yeah. And that's the thing with Real Madrid. And I get football's not all about entertainment. At the end of the day, you have to win games. So even when Barcelona might have played a better brand than Real Madrid when they were winning, it doesn't really matter. But for me, I don't understand how people can like compare Real and Barca right now,
Yeah.
especially because Real. Then you had the Arbeloa factor or whatever. But Barca in general, man, I mean, that attack, Rafinha, I know you're
love
becoming a real fan of him.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him. I love him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, Rafinha
He's-
is on
Yeah,
site.
Yamal could finish like
shooting.
Rafinha. Like, oh, yeah. Yeah.
If Yamal had Rafinha's ball striking,
Yeah.
because Yamal's ball striking is still a bit booky at times. He gets a good connection, but it could go to Rose Ed sometimes. The way Rafinha strikes a ball from that left hand side across his
goal,
body,
yeah.
oh my,
It's automatic.
yo,
It's automatic, yeah.
It's like Gareth Bale a little bit. It's like Bale-esque a little bit. The way he can get power on that, yeah. Like I really like Rafinha. Like I really like Rafinha. He's a good player. He's changed my. No, I never thought he was a bad player. I actually always liked him, but what he was to what he is now is
It's incredible improvement.
incredible,
yeah. And
Incredible.
credit to
And
Hansi
even the
Flick as well,
leadership
too.
around him,
Yeah.
like,
he wears the armband a lot of the
Gives-
time,
he's got like this boss like vibe about him. Even when you watch Barcelona, you feel like if Rafinha's not playing, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
He's got that impact on the
Yeah,
team.
I mean, when he was out of the team, right? Rashford did a decent enough job
yeah, they
himself,
were-
but he's not Rafinha, bro,
No,
which
he's
is
not.
crazy because when they were in the Prem together, you would have thought Rashford is the better player, but there's
Madness.
at the moment there feels like levels. And
Yeah.
you know,
Rashford,
I was
10 goals, 10 assists, you know.
yeah, he's done well. He's done well. Even though I'm reading now, Carrick wants to bring him back, but I just don't think that's ever gonna. I think that's a club decision. I'm not gonna lie.
Even then, that's very risky, but that would be
Yeah,
another
what's he gonna come back
conversation.
wearing number 17 or something like that?
Oh yeah,
Coutinho's got his number now.
Yeah, true.
But you know, I was at a podcast just now, and they were asking, they're like, why do you think Frankie De Jong is so underrated? Because I'm not gonna lie, he's having a great since that Chelsea game. I think he's been so good, bro.
You know what is with De Jong, yeah? Like,
that?
because when again, even the same thing. When I watch him, you're like always thinking, okay, yeah, he's always involved in the game. I think De Jong is one of them ones that he needs to have those game like for the masses to kind of like wake up to. He needs to have another Ajax v Real Madrid game.
So
He
this
needs
is
to
the
have
answer.
that moment. Like, you think about the biggest games. Have you said De Jong ran that game?
I
in
think
the
he had a game
biggest
against Real Madrid.
No, but Real Madrid are lapdogs to Barcelona at this point. No, in honesty, is
He still has to do it though.
no,
bro. I'm not
100%.
gonna
No,
lie.
100%. But like, bro, like everyone's putting career nights against Real Madrid when they come for Barcelona. I'm talking about Europe. I'm talking about for the Netherlands. Like,
I actually think for the
De Jong
Netherlands at international
ran that.
level, De Jong is crazy good, bro.
you reckon?
Oh yeah. I in fact, even because De Jong the last 2 years, I think I started to repair his reputation.
Yeah,
at Barca,
definitely.
But I always felt like throughout the years, he's always been so good for the Dutch, bro. Maybe it's the international game that just favors his play style. But I've always thought De Jong for the Dutch is like fucking Xavi, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've always thought that. But I was saying to the people who were asking me, I was like, I also think it's the curse of the wonder kid. Like when you're that good, that young, and so much hype is around you, and then you make a huge move. He went to Barca for like 70 million. If you don't continue that trajectory instantly, I almost feel like you run the risk of people kind of forgetting you, bro. And it also becomes that much harder for you to impress people because the expectation for you was so high that even though you end up having a good career anyways, people judge you on what your potential was. You know what I mean? So you can never please them. Because, you're good right now, but bro, we thought you were going to be basically what Pedri is right now. I feel like that kind of goes against him at the moment because when I watch him, bro, there's games where I'm like, wow, this guy.
Especially in such a wild system.
Yeah, man.
You even think
as
to
a
yourself,
midfielder, I must think it's so difficult.
Yeah, you must think to yourself, if Barcelona added compactness to their game, how much more would he improve? Like, you will kind of feel the effects of him running the game.
Even
a
though I
little
can't
bit
lie,
more.
defensively, I don't think he's as good as Pedri is, for example.
No,
Even though
he's
you
not.
look at
He's
them,
not.
you would think Frankie's the more
No,
solid
yeah,
guy.
no, he's
I
not.
think Frankie's defensive awareness sometimes at times, like he gets caught ball watching. I think that's one thing with him. But I think on the ball, bro, like the way he can carry the ball forward, weave, like he's a fantastic.
Nah,
footballer,
100%. Nah, it's facts, man. But yeah, that was just one thing that I was just looking at this week, and I was just like, yeah, this
You
whole
know who gave me that feeling?
Who?
Ekitike, man. Brother.
You know what's the thing about Ekitike? We're about to get into that stage again. Same thing with Alexander Isak, where people are gonna start saying, yeah, but if he scores more, is he better than Haaland?
That's scarred from last
That's
season.
what's gonna happen.
I'm scarred last season.
That is
Even though Haaland right now.
Yeah, Haaland looking scary right now, but that is what is actually. I know
I made that mistake last year, and I'm
yeah.
never gonna make that mistake again
Yeah.
because A, it's disrespectful to Haaland, and B, it's like build a body of work, build a resume.
Yeah.
Ekitike though, man.
He's looking warm,
there's always that player for your. I mean, we have Cherki, obviously, right?
Yeah,
He's the OG of this, but Mahrez used to be that for City as well for me. But just players that you absolutely cannot help but love, even though they play for your rivals.
Yeah.
Ekitike is that guy, man.
Yeah.
And I think the big comparisons right now are to Torres that people are making.
Yeah.
But even with that, like Torres also growing up, even though he played for
You liked
Liverpool,
him, yeah.
I couldn't help but like him,
Yeah.
bro. Whether it was, I don't know, the aesthetic of him, like the headband, the what's it called, the long sleeves,
Yeah.
the T90s. But then even his
The
game
tape
was
job.
so beautiful, bro. He was graceful, he was tall, he was quick. You didn't think so, Torres? I felt like when he was in full,
looked it, but his game.
all right, he wasn't like I don't know, Henry. I get
Yeah,
that, but
yeah,
even
yeah.
in terms of like when he got like in full
Yeah, I
sprint, even
know
the way
what
he
you're saying.
ran was like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
perfect running style. Honestly, I loved Torres as a kid,
Yeah.
even though he played for my least favorite team in the league.
Yeah.
And I feel like Ekitike, I get that same impression. What do you kind of chalk that up to? Is it like the similar height or whatever? Is it? I don't know what it is about him.
I think it's the personality. I think it's the personality on the pitch. Some people, like when they play football, it feels like they're talking to you, bro. You know what I mean? It feels like you're in conversation with them. Seriously. And Ekitike gives you them vibes because you see his personality on the pitch. Some people are like robotic. You don't really know what they're like. But Ekitike, the way he is on Instagram, the way he is on his little burner account, the way you feel and see all of that when he's playing, his celebrations, his looking at the crowd, you know what I mean? You can feel that arrogance to him, similar like Cristiano, bro. You felt Cristiano in the Premier League when he was at Man United. His
You
personality
say it's an
was on the
arrogance,
pitch.
right? I think the
It's-
word is swagger, bro.
Yeah,
Ekitike
exactly.
has a certain, even when he scores and he starts like,
Yeah. Like,
it's
all,
like,
it's
oh
what I'm
yeah,
reading.
you're that guy, bro.
Exactly.
Like you are that guy. Ronaldo
Yeah.
had the same thing about him, bro.
It's,
Like
it's what
yeah.
Henry was. Henry,
He has
you know what I
that
mean?
Swagger,
Henry will score, and it's like, did you not expect me to score today,
Bro?
Or did you get where I'm coming from? So, and that is what Ekitike is doing, and that's why I'm like, I get behind him, man. He's had a few little interviews. He seemed cool in them as well. As I said, the Instagram and stuff, and then he's backing it up on the
He's just a
pitch,
great
and he's
player
doing it
as
with,
well, too.
he's doing it with as you said, a swagger, man. He's doing it with swagger, a belief, an overriding belief that he knows, and nothing is going to stop him from getting to this top level, and that's where it is with him as well. So,
especially you know
I'm a
the
big
thing
fan.
with Ekitike, bro, is the fact he came in this summer early, and they still spent the entire summer chasing after Isak, and then when Isak came in, they were. I guarantee. This is not something he'll ever admit or whatever. He's a good professional. But I guarantee when they were trying to get Isak in that team and he was seeing him in training next to him, I know he was thinking, bro,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
not
just as
better
good as
than
me.
no, you're
Yeah.
not better than me,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
what are they doing trying to force this guy? I'm already here,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
yeah.
scoring every single game. And
Literally.
remember when he took off his shirt
Yeah.
and lifted it to the for me, that was his way of saying, yo, I'm still here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cute that Isak's, I'm still here.
yeah.
And like now Isak is gone, he's still scoring the
Yeah.
goals. In fact, the one you have to ask about is Isak, bro. He's watching
Yeah.
the game, he's clapping on the sides like he
Yeah.
has to. But he's trying to think,
Damn,
hold
what's
on,
going
bro,
on
yo,
there? Yeah.
Football goes quick, man.
Football
A year
moves
ago, this was
quickly.
me.
Yeah.
And now I'm on the outside watching me.
Bro, a year ago we were talking about how cold Isak celebrations was. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We were talking about this, and now Ekitike is coming
That's
doing his
mental.
thing, and it's like, yo, hold on.
That is a crazy full circle moment,
Now
bro.
the aim for Liverpool will obviously be to get them both on the pitch, but I'm not moving Ekitike to the left hand side.
But you know
that
what it
people
is with
keep
Ekitike?
suggesting.
He naturally drifts out there, but he's a striker. One thing I've realized with Ekitike though is he wants to be on the ball with the goal facing him. He doesn't want to play with his back to goal. He doesn't want to wait inside the box, anticipate. That's not really his game. His game, honestly, it's very Henry-esque, not in terms of quality, but in terms of profile. In terms of he wants to receive the ball outside of the box and run at players and drift from and link up. That's his game. And I think
he's
Isak.
starting left wing. Though.
I know, which is why I wouldn't
Yeah.
start him on the left. But
Yeah.
like that's the difference between him and Isak. Who I feel Isak is more of like yes, he can do that as well too, but he's got more natural penalty
Yeah.
box instincts, I think. Because I've watched a few games where Ekitike isn't as effective. For example, I watched him Leeds at Anfield, where again Leeds were so compact, there's not really space to go do that, and he was a bit ineffective.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe where you play the two of them up front, and Ekitike naturally drifts out wide. But even still, like I think Isak needs to start next season, bro. Like in
On
the
fire.
form of his life. Otherwise, he
fire.
runs the risk of very quickly being the forgotten man. It's like,
100%.
This is just the ultimate proof. Football moves so quick, bro. So quick.
quickly. You can never rest on your laurels in football, bro.
Yeah.
Especially when you're at a top club.
He's a little unfortunate. I mean, I say unfortunate. Like he had the whole injury thing that happened,
Yeah.
and now this injury. It's terrible timing and stuff like that. But this is why, like, bro, when opportunity meets, what is it? When talent meets opportunity or hard work meets opportunity, this is what you get. And Ekitike, he's taken an opportunity that has happened due to Isak, and he hasn't looked back. And now Isak, bro, he might never look forward from this.
Bro, yeah. I mean, I would be going with Ekitike, but again, that's good options to have, I guess.
yeah.
But let's see how that works out. Two guys that obviously believe that they're going to be number one. There's always only one that ends up surviving. That's what I keep saying. Liverpool fans, no, we're going to be... I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see
It's not
what
as simple
happens.
as
It's
that.
not
It might, but it's not as easy as that, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not, because then it's like, okay, how does that impact foreign verts? And then how does it... There's so much things that go into just saying we're just going to put them two up top.
I mean, we don't even know who Liverpool's manager is going to be next season.
Exactly.
So maybe the guy comes in, he's like, no, I just want one guy. Ekitike is my guy from the jump.
Exactly.
He's like, tough luck, bro. It could very well work like that, bro.
That's facts.
Unless the board is telling them, yo, you have to play both of them. But if I'm a manager might come in and say, yeah, he's on my plans.
Going back to that comparison of Ekitike and Torres,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, something about when Torres entered the league was peak, though. I can't even lie.
Yeah,
Like, that
yeah.
goal when he skinned Benaim for Chelsea, scored, and he just never looked back.
Even like that toe poke, though.
Torres was just on some. Torres was on some.
The one for
like,
me...
Ekitike doing the same, but Torres...
Remember the one against Blackburn? Chest and then,
bro. That was
God,
what,
bro.
08, 09?
Yeah, it might have been 08, 09.
That was so funny. Do you know why that was always so funny to me? Because if Rafa Benitez... Do you remember that? Do you remember the Benitez situation and Sam Allardyce after that? So, obviously, it scored and Benitez was like... But Allardyce was so pissed because he thought Benitez is basically saying, like, game over, game's done. So Sam Allardyce went crazy. I think he sent for him in the press conference. I think he tried to approach him. But Benitez was saying that, like, no, I was saying, like, what's a goal? Like,
forget about it. Yeah, this guy's cool.
That's so funny.
Even though Ekitike's goal this weekend, a lot of people were comparing it to Torres. For me, it was very Eto'esque. Don't you remember Eto'o in terms of those unorthodox finishes where, like, it doesn't matter what it takes. Yeah, bro. He loved the toe poke.
Yeah, he did it against us. He did it against Arsenal as well, no?
Yeah, like he just loved it where he just like...
toe pokes.
Yeah, he's very abrupt. Eto'o is, I always say, one of the most unorthodox strikers I ever saw in terms of nothing about him really looked super clean, even though he was always in control of his body. But he just... His dribbling was very choppy. Yeah. His finishing at times was very choppy.
But then he'll just release a bullet.
No, the thing is, he's an amazing footballer. He knows what he's doing. But everything is just so... You compare him to Henry. He was always compared to Henry. Henry is so smooth.
It's kind of how people talk about, like, Mane a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, Mane, for me, like, Mane is always in control of what he's doing.
Yeah.
But, you know, I remember Gary Neville or something saying, sometimes it's like Mane doesn't even know what he's going to do.
Bro, he
like,
scored
no,
this
he
one
knows
goal.
what he's going to do.
This one goal where he
he's
chested
unorthodox.
it and then, like, turned around and hit with his left. And I'm like, Mane, like...
Yeah, that was against Bayern, no?
Maybe,
against Neuer. Remember?
Something, bro.
Yeah, when he just did, and then it was against Neuer. It was against Neuer.
But Eto'o, for sure, he's always the one I think of. I even remember he tried doing a flip-flop against Arsenal in the Champions League final. I've seen the clip so many times, and like, it's the bookiest flip-flop ever, but it worked. I was like, this guy is just hilarious, man.
That was a great finish by Ekitike, though.
Yeah,
that was a good goal.
Yeah.
That was a good
I love players that just, they believe they're them, man, honestly. Like, and you know what? His story is crazy, bro, because I remember Ekitike when he went to PSG, the hype even before him was crazy. And I think he came to PSG, obviously Mbappe is there, Neymar and Messi. You're playing for the club, the most superstars in the world. And he was very thin. Like, he's obviously very naturally tall, but he was like a stick. Bro, the guy looked like Bambi on ice at times. Like, he's very, almost uncoordinated, it felt like times. But it just shows you, man, sometimes right move, wrong time, or... like what do we always say? Development is never linear. He just needed another move, got into Frankfurt, bulked up a little bit, and he hasn't looked back, man. Seriously.
Because you can't write people off too early.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I always say. Like, the best thing to do is stick by talent. Like, stick by them for as long as possible until they get to a point where you're just like, okay, they've completely let you down. You know where I'm coming from? Stick by talent. If you see somebody who's a very talented footballer, whether it's going to be one season or two, they're going to give you a moment where they remind you why they are that
Martial
good.
For us was that guy for me, bro.
You know what I mean? They're going to remind you once. We all talk about people like Ben Arfa and these guys are failures, but they always had one or two seasons where you're like,
yeah, why do you think teams kept buying Ben Arfa?
Exactly.
Well, PSG bought him like 5 years after he was signed for Hull. They're like, "Hey, he gonna give us something."
Yeah.
He didn't end up giving him something, but it's always the belief that that talent will eventually kind of
always
work.
Like, I know it happened at West Ham and stuff, but like, look at Payet. You know what I mean? That talent, like, is so at one point they are gonna show you why they are that good. And Ekitike, rough start, got to Frankfurt, did his thing, and now look, he's not looking back. Now people are gonna start putting him in top 5 in the world conversations soon and stuff. So that's just the way it goes. Obviously, if you're a screw loose like a Balotelli and stuff, like, maybe it's never going to end up happening. But again, I mean, there was always times that Balotelli will show you, and you just think to yourself, just what he never. I mean, he had a Jose, he had everyone. You don't know what manager. It's funny. You know what it is. Somebody like Ferguson would have done well with Balotelli. You know?
You reckon?
Yeah. I think someone like Ferguson.
I definitely don't think Mancini was the right guy for him.
No,
Even though
it
they had a
wasn't.
great, it was like a father-son thing, but like,
Yeah.
Mancini was too volatile for him.
Everyone talks about Ferguson bust-ups, but Fergie, no, if Fergie rates you, he tolerates a lot of shit, bro. Fergie has a history
Yeah,
of
but
that.
Balotelli was a bad boy, bro.
Yeah,
it's
he
not
was a
like
bad
he was
boy,
just
yeah.
like Cantona. Okay, he's got a. He's
Cantona was a bad boy.
No,
as well,
but not to the same. Balotelli's blowing up
Fergie
fire.
stood by a man in
Balotelli's
jail,
blowing up
bro.
fireworks in dressing rooms of young kids, bro.
But
What
I
the-
don't think he would do that with Ferguson. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe, but
I
he
don't
did it
think
with
he'll do
Jose,
that.
bro. He
Yeah,
did it
yeah.
with Mancini. I don't know,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like Balotelli's track record is long enough that anyone can get it, bro.
Like, bro, you can't give Balotelli to Brendan Rodgers, man.
That was but
You
yeah,
can't
that
give
whole thing.
Ba- yeah,
that
you
Liverpool period is hilarious.
Yeah, you
bro.
can't give Balotelli to Brendan. You can't. You know what I mean? Balotelli needs someone that he sees like a father figure, and I think he would have been good, bro. Like he's a troubled youth, man. He was fostered and that. He needs like that. You know what I mean? I don't know,
He's such a good talent, man. Balotelli.
bro. It's
Oh
a shame.
my
One of the
God,
big
bro.
shames, man, of the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Yeah, man. I guess that's it. I don't really got much to say no more.
I was gonna say, on the subject of Haaland, because we were saying like, remember what I told you a few weeks ago, or like even like a month or so ago, and I was telling you Haaland does this every year.
Yeah.
And it started to get a little frustrating for me because he starts the year and you're like, oh, he's gonna score 100 goals this
Yeah.
season. Salah used to do this as well too, where
Yeah.
starts the season unbelievably, and then they hit their little rut, and then they end the season really strong. And it's
Yeah.
like, wow, he was really good, 32 goals, but it's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, he could have scored 50 this
Yeah.
season.
You know what it is with Haaland? It was weird. It's funny because shout out to Scripto. He must have said something like, it's kind of very underspoken about how many goals strikers actually score in games, like per game. And he's like, because Haaland is doing it in a glut, people are still looking at it like, oh, Haaland. But if you look at, let's just say Ekitike, for example, I'm just whoever, anyone, Oshimen, whoever, they might score 30 goals, but them 30 goals could have came in 16 games of the season. Do you get where I'm coming from? 16, 17 games. So he was like, it's underrated that people seem to think that strikers are going to score. If they score 50, that means they scored in 50 games.
Yeah,
they didn't score in 50 games.
I mean, Berbatov, the season he won the Golden
Yeah.
Boot, is the biggest example of that. I think he scored 20 in the league, but they must have come in like
games, was
8
it?
games or something like that. He
There
scored
we
5
go.
against Blackburn,
Yeah.
3 against Liverpool,
Yeah.
2 against whoever. That's already like 10 goals right
Yeah.
there. That's in 3 games.
So I think what he was trying to basically say is that still look at per game how many goals Haaland actually scored. I mean, how many individual games Haaland scores in, and compare it to everybody else.
impressive. It's
It's
definitely
still
impressive.
gonna be,
But you know what it
on
is?
par with.
Of
It's
course.
the manner because it happens so early and stuff.
No,
But
and it's also
like,
because
yeah.
Haaland's volume is so much higher than these other guys,
Yeah.
right? Like, and because his goal scoring numbers are crazy, you're like, oh, he's going to be able to persist.
Mm-hmm.
with it. This comes down to, of course, Messi and Ronaldo just screwing us
They're
in the
probably
mind,
scoring
bro.
at 48
because
games
they
a
actually
season.
score. There was a period where Messi scored, I think, like 30 games in a row or something.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
he
Yeah,
was
he did,
scoring
and that's-
every
yeah,
game
yeah.
in a row. That season where he broke every game he's
Yeah,
scoring.
I think-
Ronaldo's similar.
I think I even looked at it. I think there was a period, 13 games in a row he scored a brace or more.
So there you go. A brace, not even one, a brace. They've completely screwed us. And we look at Haaland, it's like, oh, he's restoring that feeling. But even then, it's like Messi and Ronaldo are so great that you don't even notice they never go on a 10-game scoreless run. Haaland hasn't scored for 7 games, and it feels like the end of the world.
Yeah.
But again, it's because the volume so early on is like, oh, if he continues this, he's going to break Ronaldo's record of goals in a year. It's tough. What do you think it is down to, though? Because right now, Haaland looks like unrecognizable.
I think there's 2 things. I think one, I honestly think it's weird because he's an unbelievable athlete, but maybe he's not just as naturally fit as a person, fit aerobically, and endurance, etc., as we think. Because we think of this machine, explosive and stuff.
See him eating steak like every day.
Maybe, and fitness-wise, he's not as naturally fit as we think. Let's not forget, early in his career, he used to get injuries a lot as well. So maybe this is just something. And secondly, there was another thing. Also, I think maybe just teams start locking in a little bit more, man. It gets to that it starts getting to that stage of the season where not even only that, he hasn't got a backup. He hasn't got. Why is Pep playing in
but he
full
never
90?
But Marmoush, bro, he scored last game,
Yeah.
and then he came on in like the 90
Yeah,
something
bro,
minutes.
Pep played in full 90 v Exeter.
Yeah,
Haaland.
okay, man.
Like little shit like that. Like maybe that's another thing. So again, that could affect his
But
fitness.
then I even
and
see
stuff.
like the chance that he missed in the first half yesterday. Bro, Haaland in September scores that 10
Yeah.
times out of 10. You
Yeah.
give Haaland that chance in September, he's scoring that 100 times out of 100.
I do think that is one thing about Haaland. If we're gonna have any criticism of Haaland, I do think when Haaland is feeling down, it reflects in his game a little bit too much.
Which is most players, by the way.
100%. But I think for someone that elite, if Ronaldo's feeling down, but a chance falls to him, he's banging that goal in, bro. I think sometimes I'm looking at some Haaland's misses, and I'm like, that is simply just because you're off form. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get that, but me personally,
Like, I feel like you feel it. He's so like this, he becomes hunched.
I'm not gonna lie. I just think Haaland,
I'm not saying Haaland's a one shot, one goal.
Yeah, I
player.
definitely don't think.
I'm not saying
yeah,
he's that, but there is some misses.
Even at the start of this run where he stopped scoring, like even like in his first game without scoring, he's missing chances. I'm like, I hate bringing this guy up because they're always compared. Aguero scores that goal.
Yeah.
Aguero's not as good a goal scorer as you, but as a finisher, I think he's much more deadly. In terms of,
I agree.
He just doesn't generate as many chances because Haaland is an unbelievable reader of the game and athletic. But you give Aguero that chance, it's done. I feel.
But the thing is, you know, like someone like Aubameyang and Lukaku, great goal scorers. But they had clangers in them. They had
Cavani for me.
Yeah. Like Haaland is starting to enter like that kind of territory of
relative.
Obviously he scores more than them. But what I mean is like he builds up quite like if you look at some of his misses, they're quite embarrassing. Do you know what I mean? They are quite.
I wouldn't. Lukaku and Aubameyang, I think it's a different category, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
That's because they missed open goals.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Haaland's missed like 2 open goals this season, bro.
Lukaku's missed like 50 open goals.
Do you remember the one where Turkey just passes to him and Haaland passes to the keeper?
Until I see Haaland do what Lukaku did against Croatia, I'm not putting him in the same conversation.
Lukaku's like the face of it. He's like the brand. Yeah,
he's the face of the franchise.
Yeah, he's face of the franchise. I'm not saying Haaland's a way better version.
Isn't every striker like that? Like I'm sure even if I look at Cristiano's goal catalog, I'm sure he's got some clangers in him as well.
Probably, but it's the.
But that's the thing about Aguero.
Aguero,
I don't know. In my mind, I can't think of any Aguero clangers.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, I feel like every time I saw him one-on-one, it's goal, bro.
Yeah.
Can you, in your mind, can you close your eyes and think of an Aguero?
No, I always say that. I feel like Aguero I rarely used to see Aguero like, oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
The same thing with Kane though. You don't really see Kane like, oh my god, I missed that chance.
Yeah.
Do you get where I'm coming from? Like, but again, that could be nostalgia talking. That could be bias. Because I watched one game. It was a Champions League game, Man United, in about 2003. And Van Nistelrooy missed 2 complete
And in
golden
your mind, Van
chances.
Nistelrooy's never missed.
And in my head, I never think Van Nistelrooy missed. So I saw it. I was watching. I was like, wow. Now Van Nistelrooy missed 2 absolute sitters.
Aguero, I'm just struggling to think.
I think he might even missed one against Porto, bro.
Is it?
I think so.
I'm just struggling to think of an Aguero like clanger. Honestly,
Yeah,
I feel like, bro, in front of goal, the guy, at the very least, he gets it on target. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
Yeah. Actually, no, didn't he miss one against Chelsea?
When he dinked the penalty.
Not the penalty. I think he missed one against a game against
De Bruyne.
I know De Bruyne missed that open
a
goal.
big
That
one.
was crazy.
I don't know, man.
So. Anyway,
maybe it's just nostalgia of Aguero.
Yeah,
like,
that one we would have to have crazy memories.
Someone
for that
pull
one.
up a moment in the comment section down below, man.
Listen, don't let these 16-year-olds get comps on.
Yo,
we'll make him look like a bum, you know. Don't let them load up.
No one's safe, man. Seriously.
Literally.
Anything else you want to say? Or are you good?
Nah, I think I'm good, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. As I said, we're gonna try to stay consistent weekly.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, man.
By the way,
subscribe to our channel.
These men were cooking our logo, by the way, bro.
Yeah. Listen, I know it looks like Tesco.
Should we go back to the lab?
It looks like Tesco.
I think we might have to go back to the lab. A lot of people are saying, "Yo, Lyes, I fuck with your content, but this is booky as hell, bro." Mad people, and I'm just like, bro, I'm going to ignore it. Like,
bro, we had to
revamp. Grow on you guys.
Yeah, we had to revamp the page real quick, innit? It was a quick turnover. But guys, listen, all right, if you guys think you can make better logos,
send it to us.
Send it to our DMs.
Even like give us an idea of what you think would make a cool one, even if you're not a graphic designer.
I'm sure there's a graphic designer in there,
bro.
And I'm sure you guys, if you want, guys, and you want to design the logo, send it to us. If we do it and we use you, we'll get something over to you guys.
Yeah, 100.
You know what I mean?
Merch. We're going to make merch.
I test merch. You know what I mean? But now, if you guys actually create a great logo, or you know somebody that knows how to make logos or whatever, or you have a concept, honestly, let us know and then we'll see what we can do for you guys, man, for sure. Like,
also, goal for this year, get some guests on this podcast, bro.
Who's going to be our first? So are we going athlete?
It could be both. I got an athlete in the works, bro. I think I told you about this one. I'll tell you off camera. Got an athlete in the works right now. I do. I'm not going to spoil it, though.
We've already spoken to the person?
I have.
Have I?
Yeah. You've spoken to him before.
I think I know who it is then.
Then yeah. What about you?
Yeah.
So I think we can get even our friend. Like, why can't we get Sharks? Will come here.
Yeah. For sure.
HP will come here. Like we can get these, man. Let's bring guests because Can't lie, you guys are probably getting sick of us, man. I can't lie. Every week we just.
They don't act like they do. They don't act like they do. They act like they
Yeah,
can't
man.
get enough.
Yeah,
You know
man.
what I mean?
But yo, guys, this has been another episode of the Eye Test. Bit different format, but hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned. Shout out to BR for always powering this podcast as well too. Check out the clips on X, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, and I'll see you guys next week for the next episode. Peace.